My name is Sean Jordan. Welcome to the Adaptive Outdoorsman podcast. Here we'll be discussing the history and legacy behind disabled hunters, trappers, anglers, and how they adapt and persevere in the woods, on the line, and on the water.
Welcome, everyone, to the podcast. I'd like to introduce today's guest, Kevin McFarland, founder and president of Idaho Backcountry Veterans. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for agreeing. I know the time difference between Indiana and Idaho is, about 2 hours? So
yeah,
thanks for meeting me at 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So let's start with a little bit about the background. You originally from Idaho?
I was born in Texas and then moved up to Idaho as an infant and was raised in Melba, a little small farm town community, about 500 people.
Dang. Been there your whole life, or you move out and go other places?
Moved out, went other places. Growing up out there, I couldn't wait to get out, and now I can't wait to get back in that setting, away from everybody. But we live in Caldwell now, kind of by the lake, and a pretty decent neighborhood. So we're still looking to get out of the city, though.
Yeah, get into the snowy tundra of Idaho right now.
Yeah, we actually got quite a bit of snow over the last week. It's been great.
Yep, we have a snow advisory tomorrow, and we think we got about 1.5 to 3 inches today. So, yeah, Indiana's getting hit too. So
nice. We needed it for sure.
Winter has finally come. Let the bugs die.
Let them go back to where they came from, for sure.
Pretty much. So, you moved to Idaho, been there your whole life, and I know we're talking about before the podcast that you joined the military fresh out of high school in 2004.
Yep.
Now, tell me how that played out.
Man, I joined the Army pretty much straight out of high school. Graduated in November of 2004, and then got my deployment orders and was in Kirkuk, Iraq in March of 2005. And we got back in November of 2005. So my first year in the Army was OSUT and then combat deployment. And it was great.
Yeah.
Yep. So I had been in for 15 and a half years. I was medically retired, 100% total and permanent in May of 2019. And, I've just been, doing IBV ever since. And actually before I got retired, we started it, and then just been able to focus more on it since I retired.
Yeah. So how'd you get medically retired, if you don't mind me asking?
There was multiple injuries, and, I'd had 4 knee surgeries by 2019 and then shoulder surgeries. It was just basically, just injuries on top of injuries, and, back, shoulder, knees, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, glad to see you doing better.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So did it give you any lasting things that you have issues in the backcountry with?
Yeah. So the knees and the back and shoulders and stuff, it hurts, but being out there in the outdoors, it's like, there's challenges that they're not, super easy most of the time, but you can get through them. And, and that helps a lot for sure.
Well, I know who I'm bringing with if I ever go to Idaho for a hunt.
Who's that?
Way we can both that way we can both complain about the pain in our feet.
There you go. Yeah. Hopefully that gets fixed up.
Yeah. Right. Foot hurts. Keep walking. Okay.
Yeah. Keep going.
So what was the reason for starting IBV, if I said that correctly.
Yeah, yep, Idaho Backcountry Veterans.
Yeah.
So the reason was I had dealt with a couple suicide attempts myself, PTSD, alcoholism, depression, all really came to a head in 2008, near the end of 2008, and tried to take my own life. The gun misfired; it didn't go off, and then after that, I deployed again. I got married and then deployed again. When I got back, it was insane. Like, I was drinking all the time. I thought I would black out, and I thought my family was the people I was just fighting. And so I was given an ultimatum to quit drinking or lose my family. And I was raised by my grandparents, so I knew what alcoholism and that kind of stuff did to the family. And I didn't want to do that to my kids. So I decided to quit drinking and stuff that day. And then every time I thought about booze or anything, I would just go outdoors and just fishing and anything I could, just to get my mind off of it. And when I felt like I could go home and be a normal person again, then I went home. And most of the time it was, a few hours, just being out there with yourself and alone with your thoughts and figuring it out. And also, trying to catch fish. And
that gets your focus a little bit. It's like, come on, gotcha.
Yeah. So eventually, I got good enough at it, and then I was like, I kept getting asked by, my peers and other veterans and stuff, like, dude, I knew you before you got sober, and you were in a bad way. How did you do it? And I'd seen all these, challenges and stuff like that. The push-up challenges and all that were really popular then. But I was still losing my buddies to suicide. And I was like, man, I got to do something about it. Well, this helped me. Maybe this will help somebody else. So I said, hey, if you're having a hard time, let's go fishing. Like, let's just go fishing. If we catch a fish, awesome. If we don't, at least we had a good time. We made fun of each other around the fire.
Right.
So that kind of snowballed into what we've got now. We've got, we started the foundation in March of 2017. And then, we started with $300, 3 dudes or 3 vets, $300. And now we have 3 chapters and a decent budget to take veterans out and really cater to them. That's
awesome.
Yeah, it's been a real blessing to us for sure.
Yeah. So you got the thing. When did it start snowballing?
It didn't take long to take off. Originally we started as a Facebook group, and then we hit, a couple hundred members, and we were putting all of our money into, a bank account to get people out. And then we were like, man, we're all right. Well, we raised $1,000. Maybe we should get a 501c3 going and really get this stuff, legitimized. And so we got our 501c3 paperwork, and then from there we were able to build a website, do a little bit of marketing. We had the Facebook group going, and we had our first banquet, which was like a potluck. And we were stoked, man. We raised like $7,500, and we were like, holy crap, we can do so much with this. And since then we've upped our banquets, and it's just been awesome. Like, this year we're doing 2 banquets now.
Nice.
We're planning a 3rd. We don't have any dates locked down for it yet, but we got a banquet here in the Treasure Valley, March 9th at the Galaxy Event Center in Meridian. And then another banquet up north in the Panhandle, at the Shriners Club up in Hayden on the 23rd. So it's really grown, and there's been so many people that just have gotten behind it, and the veterans that come out with us and experience it, they go tell their buddies, and it just, it's built a support system for them too. As we try to take multiple vets out at a time, and, just build that camaraderie and get the teamwork going and all that.
Yeah. I know for my guests and everybody, this will come out probably in February. So by the time came out, the banquets will be over. So probably not going to be able to get tickets to that, but.
Oh no, they're in March.
Oh, March. Never mind. Yeah. You'll be able to get this then. My bad.
Yeah. So we're actually, revamping our website and stuff right now, kind of behind the scenes, but, you can still, on our social media, there's links on our website. There's links to both of them. If you want to go, that'd be great. It'd be awesome to have you.
Yeah. But so basically, how do you get? Are the banquets the only way you get funding, or do you do donations, sponsorships, raffles?
So over the past 7 years, we've done just our banquets have been our main fundraisers. People would donate throughout the year through PayPal, but the main revenue source was the banquets, or the banquet. And then last year, about April of 2023, a couple guys that I was deployed with in OIF3 and Operation New Dawn, they started a company called Freedom Payments, and they got a hold of me and was like, hey, we want to donate 10% of our profits from this program to your organization and help you get more veterans out. And in April, I think the first check was like $87, and now they're up over 1,000, and like their clients are jumping on board, helping us out and supporting us too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then we have an annual Kokanee tournament up in Anderson Ranch, just north of Mountain Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one brings in a little bit of money too. So it's been
nice. Don't have anybody trying to donate any raffling items or anything yet, or that just?
We do, yeah. There's been so many people donating for the raffles. Our sponsorship packages for the banquet we sold out our Sawtooth packages within like 2 weeks, and our Hell's Canyon package. We're still looking for a presenting sponsor, a title sponsor.
Yeah.
But,
sounds like things are going. Yeah. Sounds like it. I mean, definitely having growth the way you said it has just snowballed into being able to do 2 banquets now and hosting multiple veterans throughout the entire year, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this 2023, we served over 280 veterans between the Panhandle, Treasure Valley, and the Magic Valley.
Nice. So what do you say has been in the past, since your launch, what have been some of your most memorable moments?
All the firsts, you really try to be in the moment and like not take pictures and stuff like that. And, but all the firsts, and just, seeing somebody wanting to do something, not knowing how, having the testicular fortitude to go try it out, right. And then being successful and, filling a tag and just seeing them have the time of their life. And then when you hear about it, not necessarily from them, but we had an interview done by one of our ambassadors, and he sent it to me, and I was like, man, just floored at how you can impact somebody's life so much and not even know it.
Yeah.
And then my youngest son, he's been going with me on 95% of these trips since he was about 5 years old. He's 12 now. And just watching him grow into a real outdoorsman and when we take vets and their kids out, he's right there with their kids, guiding them, helping them out, telling them, giving them advice and stuff like that. And it's just been, it's been really awesome.
Now, what are the requirements for your guests, or is it just any veteran you can get in? It's any veteran.
Most of the time it's any veteran. A lot of our trips are, fishing trips and hunting trips, and any veteran, if you sign the dotted line and you were honorably discharged, if you made it 2 weeks into basic training and got kicked out, I'm not going to take you. But if you were honorably discharged is pretty much our only requirement. There's some hunts that we get that this year, the donor, one of the tag donors, he donated a cow elk tag, and the requirement was it had to be an amputee veteran using our track chair. And we were like, perfect. So we were able to accommodate that. That veteran was able to take his double amputee fiance with him. She rode around in the chair, and he crutched around, but they were successful, and it was great. He was just super thrilled about it.
Nice. How does the track chair play out for you guys?
It's an amazing tool. Like I said, we can accommodate. Now we can accommodate almost any veteran.
That's awesome.
There's a vet that's hooked up to oxygen, and we got a couple cabins that have been donated for our use, and he's been able to go and get out, and he was able to fill his deer tag this year, but we were able to power the cabins and get his oxygen in there. So that was great.
That's awesome. Being able to help out veterans that just need so much assistance and are able to do it. And that actually segued into what is the percentage of veterans that you take in that have major physical disabilities, veterans with disabilities such as yourself, or major PTSD and stuff?
The majority of them, the majority of us, or the vets that we take, are disabled. They can be mobile, but sometimes towards the end of the day, things get sore and that kind of stuff. So,
I'm not knocking it. So, what type of hunts and fish do you offer altogether? Like elk, bear, mountain lion, or
we pretty much do it all. Yeah, we pretty much do it all. We found a few years ago we had one guy do a cat hunt, mountain lion hunt, and then we haven't really done one since then. We just haven't really, had the resources or anybody really offering to run their dogs for cats and stuff. But we've done bear hunts. We do bear hunts. We do elk, deer. We fish streams, lakes, rivers, waterfowl hunt, pheasant hunt. I got a pheasant hunt this weekend. We're taking 6 vets out to 2C Pheasant, a little pheasant ranch that just puts on a great show. And we usually shoot, anywhere from 35 to 45 birds, and everybody has a great time.
I have yet to shoot pheasants.
Oh, they are so much fun. That's what I grew up doing with my grandpa was, catfishing and pheasant hunting.
Yeah. Catfishing I know of. Pheasant hunting, not so much. I think the place that's near me has to do a put and take for it, and I think it's $900 some odd after all said and done for like 5 birds or something like that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, inflation. I think it could be $750. I forget really, but you know what I mean. I know it's probably more close to 200 or something like that then.
The 2C Pheasant up here, they do a fantastic job. I think it's $350
Yeah,
for
probably closer to that for me.
for 8 birds or something. And they really do a good job.
Yeah, I could have got my numbers off there, but yeah. So tell me your most memorable hunt where you seen like one of the craziest, wildest stories. One of your veterans, you know, it's like everything just happened. You know, one of those stories.
Yeah, I got you. We were just getting started. It was like our first year. We drew some great tags, and me and 2 other veterans went up, and we shot at some elk. Brody was with us, my youngest son, and we shot at some elk, and we went up to check for blood. And so there was a couple ways these elk could have gone, and so we split up. We decided Lorenzo was going to go up this draw and look for blood, and me, Adam, and Brody were going to go around this corner and look for blood. But we were all going to meet back at the same spot, in a half an hour, whether we found blood or not.
Yeah.
And we got back to our meeting spot, and we're like, where is this guy? And we get a phone call like 2 hours later, and he took all the water, all the snacks, everything.
Oh God.
And yeah, we get a phone call 2 hours later. It's 4:30 in the afternoon in January in Idaho. So the sun's
dark.
Yeah, sun's just about to set. And he says, elk down. I said, what? He goes, elk down. Like, because somebody shot one and you tracked the blood and found her? No, man. I didn't see any blood, but I found the herd and I just followed him. I was like, that's great. Way to follow the plan. And so I was like, all right, dude. Well, good job. Where you at? And he starts looking around, and you can like start to feel the panic in his voice. He's like, I don't know. Like, that's good. Real good. Did you cross over any ridges? He's like, no. So, okay, look straight down. Can you see the power lines? Yeah, I'm a couple miles away from the power lines. So I'm like, dude, you've got 4 to 6 hours worth of work ahead of you. And I've got my young kid. Yeah. He's 5 years old. And
God, you ain't going out.
He's crying, hungry, tired. So we said, okay, well, get to work. We're going to go feed Brody, and we'll come back. And anyways, he managed to get the quarters hung up, and we ended up getting back to him. We went and got burgers, got back, and we were like, he met us on the road, and yeah, it was great. It was,
yeah.
That sounds like long.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those infamous hunts. Like, now I understand you wanted to do this, but next time follow the plan.
Yeah. Oh man, my buddy Chris, he just passed away last year, like 2 days before his 43rd birthday. Yeah, thanks. It was sudden. It was a diabetic coma.
Oh God.
And but the year before, he bought a cow tag, and I had them dialed in. I knew exactly where they were going to be, when they were going to be there. And so we got up there, got them set up on a tripod, and we were going to have a 300-yard shot at these elk. And we hear some elk talking up the mountain on the right. And he's getting antsy. He's like, oh, dude, they're over there. I know they're over there. I'm like, just sit down. Mm-hmm. Like, it's all good. They're going to come from our left. And he just started going for a walk. He's like, I want to go for a walk. I'm going. You want to go? So I sat there kind of in frustration and just like, what is this guy doing? And I hear footsteps come across the like side hill where I'm sitting. And I look over and I see the back two of this like giant 6. And he starts, he's just coming around the mountain or around the hill. And I let him get to where I could see his top lips. And I sat up and said, hey buddy. And he just freaked out, went and pushed the herd up right where we had him set up. And Chris is still walking. He's like 600 yards out. I'm calling him. He finally answers the phone. It's like legitimately about 5 minutes. He finally answers the phone. I said, "Hey, dude, turn around." And he turns around and looks, and there's all these elk. He's like, "Holy
They're coming
crap."
his way.
Yeah. I'm like, "All right, dude. They don't know you're there yet. Like, you got the wind. You're all right. Just try to get set up for a good shot. What's your range at?" "Oh, man, I left my rangefinder right there with you."
Oh,
I was like,
no.
"Okay, all right. That's not a big deal." We were almost in line. Like, he still had a safe shot. But I was like, "I tell you what, I'll laze the elk, and then I'll laze you, and we just do the math." So the math was 300 yards. The elk were at 310. He was at 600. I was like, "Just shoot it at 300. So he goes, "Okay, I'm going to shoot at 4. I was like, "Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Why don't you do that?" And so he sends a couple rounds and misses. And I'm like, "Hey, would you mind just shooting at 300 for me? Just take a deep breath, relax. They're not going anywhere. Squeeze one off at 300. And he did. And she just, she dropped. She went to take another step, and she got the jelly legs, and the whole herd. I had never seen it before, but the whole herd surrounded her.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Who's next? Who's the leader?" So that was a really good hunt, just super memorable, and it was frustrating and fun, and just some good stories out of it.
Yeah. So yeah, about elk. She must have been the dominant cow in that group.
She was the lead cow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an interesting sight to behold. I haven't seen that on any videos yet. I know they've talked about it with turkeys. You take out the dominant female, and they'll actually, and I've seen on camera actually, they shot the female, the hen, and the two lesser hens immediately just went upon her trying to attack her. There's a doornail. Still, one of them was just like, "I'm in charge now. This one, I've beat this one." Like,
Yeah. I
a
win.
cheap shot. Yeah. Like, "It's down. Ha! I've got it."
Yeah, it was wild,
that's-
man. I'd never seen anything like it. Like, there was several hundred elk in this herd, and they all just, formed basically a perfect circle around her. And they stood there for a solid 30 seconds. Like, "Who's up? You want to go? No? Oh, maybe. No, you go."
That is weird. I didn't think that they would do that. So I've never thought I heard of, like I said, turkeys, and other animals, but I've never seen them do that.
That's the first and only time I've ever seen it.
Yeah. So have you guys, what about the other chapters? Are they all Idaho based, or do they go in different states?
So far, we're all Idaho based. Now, that being said, we take other vets from other states, definitely. But right now, we're growing in Idaho. And so, yeah, the Panhandle chapter is for the northern Idaho, kind of central and northern Idaho. And then here in the Treasure Valley, the main chapter has been basically from, southwest Idaho and the rest of the state. But now we've got the Magic Valley chapter, which is kind of over by Twin Falls. And so they're able to take care of that side of the state a little bit as well.
Yeah, I need to get a map now. Hang on, let me get my Onyx out and look up that and go through all the pictures. And I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, you can tell I'm from Indiana, so the farthest I've been is St. Louis, so west. So that's fun. I get to learn about Idaho geography today.
Yeah, check it out on the map. It's great.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Frank Church?
No, I have not.
The Frank Church Wilderness, really?
No.
check it out. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, good Lord. So do you guys use Onyx a lot when it comes to uh, obviously backcountry hunting and everything?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely relied upon. Go
Yeah.
hunt as well.
Yeah. So how often do you use Go Hunt versus Onyx, or is Onyx the primary one?
Onyx has been the primary one, and I just started using Go Hunt, so I'm not as familiar with it. But there's there's an advantage to using multiple mapping systems. So I was just using Onyx and then like Google Maps and Apple Maps, and then downloading
Yeah.
this Go Hunt has been pretty awesome too.
Dang. Yeah, I'm looking up Frank Church right now. It's like the White Clouds Wilderness area.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually got the Onyx app right up, and holy cow, that is a lot of mountains.
Yeah, it's great. There's a guy, Patrick Taylor, the Texas Yeti. He went and did a
Yeah.
winter. He went and lived back there for a little bit by himself, and he wrote a book about it. I can't remember the name of the book right now, but I hadn't read since high school, and I hated reading in high school. But I picked up Patrick Taylor's book about it, and man, I couldn't put it down. You know, bed
Yeah.
wife was like, "Are you going to put that thing down? Like, let's go to sleep." But
It's it is amazing what old school habits we thought we'd get rid of that we just pick up as adults.
yeah,
Yep. Gotta love, we were born before the internet and, well, before Google, and now we want to go back before Google.
yeah, yeah. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, I want to add some more to that snowball question. So
Go for
the
it.
other way that it started snowballing was we'd help a veteran, and then that veteran was like, "This is pretty easy. I can do this." And then so that veteran would help another vet, and then it just got to be where we built this community.
Nice. So, do you guys plan on doing out-of-state hunts?
We've done several out of state hunts. We just got back from California. We went down right before Christmas. Took 6 vets down there, and then did a 2-day waterfowl hunt. We've been up to Montana, Oregon, Washington. I think that's as far as we've gone so far.
No Alaskan moose yet, or caribou?
Not yet. Not yet. I want to go pretty bad.
Yeah, which one would you prefer, caribou or moose?
I want to get a big old moose.
I know those
I'd love a grizzly bear. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that one I would definitely be leaning heavily on the guide for that. Like, okay, what do we need? How many people do you want for security purposes only? And let's figure this out. Because I know, God, was it Mountain Men or something? One of the guys that showed up on there was a guide viewing Kodiak Island for one of those bears. Those things are the biggest brown bears in North America, were the Kodiak Island bears.
Just crazy big.
The skull from one of those.
Yeah. Did you see that Cam Hanes video where he was up?
I don't think I've seen the Cam Hanes Kodiak bear yet.
He I don't know if it was a Kodiak bear, but it was a hunt where he was archery hunting, and he was like, "Look, I don't really want any rifles. Like, I'm prepared to go. If I miss and I make a bad shot with my bow, and this thing gets me, like I'm good to go." But ultimately, they decided like they had to take some guns to keep the camera crew safe and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I think they ended up shooting the bear, and he hit this bear, and luckily they shot it because he was going to get he was going to get pummeled, man. He let off another arrow, and it looked like it got hit by a branch or something. But
Oh God.
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I remember the story how he was on an Apache. I heard the audiobook when he was doing his audiobook, Endure. And he was telling a story about how he was on that Apache elk range, the really expensive tag, and how if it weren't for the fact that he pulled back such a heavy bow and, had a great arrow, he wouldn't have been able to recover that elk because the way that bow went through both shoulders and locked him into place to keep him from running full speed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody listens or reads that book, they'll probably be able to get a better definition than what I just told. So, do you think that you would be able to do a mountain hunt for like goats or rams or sheep?
Me personally, right now, definitely not. I got to go get my foot cut open next Friday.
Next year.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I really want to, like watching the videos and stuff, but you know how much work goes into it, and I would love to be able to do that.
Honey, I'm going to be going on a mountain treadmill for a very long time. Don't wait up.
Yeah. That stuff's pretty motivating.
Yeah. You come out about 10, 20 pounds leaner and everything, have a freaking pack on your back, and you're just walking on the stairs the entire time.
Yeah.
Or, knowing my luck, I just have the treadmill at its most peak angle and pray to God.
Luckily around here, there's quite a bit of public land. So my son and I, Brody, we just got him fit up with Initial Ascent, their IA2K pack, same pack that I've got. And we threw 60 pounds on him and went for 1.5 miles. And we were doing that a few times. And then this split stuff started. So we'll get that fixed up and get back at it.
Yeah, I need to do that and lose some weight while going out in the wilderness and hiking, or going to the gym and just have weight in a pack and just walking.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my feet are going to hurt afterwards.
Yeah.
So, other than moose, what's a big hunt that you would be looking forward to in the future?
I want to draw a big bull elk tag. I think that'd be awesome.
Haven't got your big bull elk tag and you're from Idaho?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've gotten the tag, or you can get an over-the-counter tag, but I've been putting in for a draw for about 5 years now. It'd be super awesome to draw that. Get a nice bull.
I don't blame you.
I'm really looking forward to, and honestly, this hunt isn't even for me, but I'm going to start bear baiting in April, and then I've got 2 vets coming up from Mississippi. They're going to bring their guy's going to bring his wife, and the other one's going to bring his son, and we're going to do a good bear hunt up here.
Now, do you guys have the cinnamon-colored bears or anything? Or
yeah, last year, almost punched the tag last year on a nice cinnamon. She kind of had chocolate pants, and then like a cinnamon top with a nice, like a white patch on her chest. It was just,
wow.
She was beautiful, but she busted us, man. We got about 400 yards, and we were sitting there, and the wind just swirled on us and sent our scent right into her nose, and she took off real quick.
Yeah, it's amazing how most people don't realize how black bears are. I'm not going to say 100% scared of us. I'm just going to say about 80% scared of us. Like, they realize we're a freaking predator to them.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they scent us, usually they're gone.
Oh yeah, they're like wolves. They're neophobes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something different.
That is another
So,
thing that I always try to look for is a wolf.
yeah. So, other than the black bears, is there any interesting tags, like people donating tags, anything that somebody's gotten that you definitely want to get in the near future?
Uh, as far as donated tags, we've really had like doe tags and cow tags
Mm-hmm.
donated, which has been great. Like, don't get me wrong, it's been an absolute blessing, and we're super thankful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those hunts mean just as much to us and to vets as well
Yeah.
than the big trophy unit or stuff like that. But yeah, we're just super thankful for the people that do reach out and donate a tag and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, do you guys pay for, like you're saying, you get vets from all over the country? Do you pay for the whole package deal, or do they have to source some of the income to go out to you or not?
Typically, they get themselves up here, and then we take care of the rest. So
Yeah.
they'll provide their own transportation. If they need picked up from the airport, we'll go pick them up. But generally, they provide their own transportation to get here, and then we cover lodging, food. We drive them around and all that kind of stuff.
Do you supply them with any like special request items too, or?
Yeah, if they need anything, we'll do our best to get it. I don't think that there's anything that we haven't been able to do yet.
Yeah. So, what are the future plans for, like, and I say this all the time, but for the next 5 years, what are the plans of growth, expansion, uh, for your nonprofit?
Yeah, that's a fair question. So in the next 5 years, I want to have all 4 of our chapters set up. So I want to cover the entire state of Idaho and have volunteers readily available in every major zone or location in Idaho. So we've got the Panhandle, we've got the Treasure Valley, we've got the Magic Valley over by Twin Falls, and then East Idaho. I want to set up a chapter over there as well. So I think by the end of 2024, we'll be able to make that happen. And then I really want to build a solid foundation and then expand into the Northwest. So, Oregon, Washington, Montana, Wyoming, those kind of places, and be able to, start looking at standing up chapters in those areas. I don't like to just, stand up a chapter and be like, here, figure it out. We want, I want the right people in there, and that takes a little bit of time and getting to know people, and that's okay. We can still serve a lot of veterans, either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're rolling out. Like I said, we're revamping the website, and so we're gonna here real soon. We're gonna roll out with some membership options. And that's going to be for people that, can't necessarily make our banquets or fundraisers, but would like to support vets and help us get vets outdoors.
Right.
So we're finalizing that. And
Okay. You're doing really good for yourselves, and you're helping out fellow veterans and getting them in the outdoors to heal. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, you can't ask for much more than that. It's just been great. It's been a real blessing to be able to bless others with, just getting out. Honestly, it's so expensive anymore just to get started in something where if a vet wants to try it out and they don't necessarily have the funds to get that stuff and, just go try it on a whim, they can sign up with us and we'll take them out, show them the ropes. If they don't like it, they're not out any money other than getting themselves there and maybe their licenses.
Yeah.
But we've got a whole trailer dedicated to fishing, and then a whole trailer dedicated to big game, another one dedicated to waterfowl. So we've had all this equipment bought, and that way they don't have to, spend all their hard-earned money to try to get out and figure out if they like it or not.
Right. So how's the flyway in your area?
It was slow, real slow this year. And then it just started to pick up. We just got that like foot of snow or whatever. And Canada finally froze. And
yeah.
So we're sitting right at the last couple of weeks of the season. But
yeah. I know Indiana, for some odd reason, is not in any good flyway area. So I definitely don't get the fun luxury of that yet.
But there's
I'm
a lot
not
of
hunting in the right place.
There's a lot of dog trials over there, isn't there?
Yeah. I got a buddy of mine I graduated with. He actually has some AKC certified, I think they're beagles, or they actually, I don't know the breeds that he runs. He could actually have blue ticks for all I know, but yeah, they're beautiful dogs, and he takes great pride in running those dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some AKC and HRC events over there as well. I think there might even be like some SRS Super Retriever series and stuff. I run hunt tests with my labs, and then we've been getting other vets into running hunt tests and stuff too, and training their dogs and that kind of stuff. So like literally everything you can do outdoors and you can just share it with another veteran is what we do. And it's great. It's more impactful than you think.
Yeah. So have you ever seen somebody try using a German Shepherd for a waterfowl dog or a retrieving dog?
Yeah, dude. People will use anything and they'll be so proud of it. Like, oh, my Shih Tzu went and got a duck. Okay, awesome. That's cool. They weren't made for it. Why not just get a dog? If that's what you want to do, why not just get a dog that's made for it instead of taking your wife's Shih Tzu and throwing a mouse in the water?
Yeah, I know. I got 2 German Shepherds, and they're pretty much security and pretty much herding dogs anyway, so not much you can do about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, if somebody wants to train a German Shepherd to go retrieve, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. Good job. Yeah. Like for me, I want the dog that was bred to do it and has the hunt test lines and the lineage to back all that up,
Labs or freaking, all the other hunting dogs that definitely can retrieve. Definitely a pointer. Yeah, you definitely know oh, good Lord, my tongue is now tied. I've been up since 3, and that's a common occurrence with me. But, so, do you want to plug any social media? And also, obviously, your website?
Yeah, I mean, we've got our website, www.backcountryveterans.org. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Idaho Backcountry Veterans. And, if you want to check us out and support us, feel free to look through the pictures and stalk us and stuff on there. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. If anybody has any questions or wants to reach out, there's so many ways to do it. You can reach out through Facebook, Instagram, our website. They've got contact us now buttons, and it'll get you straight connected to us.
Thank you, Kevin, for coming on, man. It's been fun talking with you. Learned about backcountry veterans.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for having me. It's been fun.
It has been fun. And I hope to see you guys do great things within the next coming seasons and the years to come. And remember, everybody, stay adaptive.